Hi folks, in this video I'm going to show you how to play Xaminer Blues 2 from the Rockschool Grade 3 bass book. Now before you start the lesson, I would recommend you go have a listen to the tune and make sure that you've got a copy of the sheet music in front of you. So here we go, so this is the intro. Okay, so to play the intro, it just starts off on your open E string, and you're going to have a bar of 4. You're just playing on the beat, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then in the next bar it's 1, 2, 3, so, and then it leads you into that little blues riff. Okay, so the little blues riff or phrase that we're playing on the end of here, this is open 3, and then open A. So we open 3 on the E strings, and then open A. Okay, so the timing for that is, I'll just play it through again slowly from the start. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the first line. There's a couple of other things that you should take notice of at this point as well. So you see there is a crescendo running through this as well. So that means on the build-up where you play the open E, it's going to start really soft and then go really loud towards the end of it. So that would sound something like this. Okay, and then the very last open E that we play before we go into, so the very last open E, you'll notice there's a dot just below it, and so that means it's staccato. So you're going to play it really short and sharp before you come in with that riff. Okay, so those are some things that you can do to kind of fine tune it once you've learned how to play the rhythm for that. So I'll play it through again with the crescendo and the staccato note. Here we go. Okay, so into section A. I'll play it through for you first. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Okay, so we'll leave it there for now. It's quite a lot to take in to begin with. So let's check out the first phrase. So you've got the part in the intro which leads into section A. So this is the... Okay, then we're starting off with a slide up to fret 2 on the D string. Now this slide doesn't tell you where to slide from. So we're just going to slide from fret 1, because obviously we're on fret 2, the only place we can slide from is fret 1 here. But we don't really hear fret 1 when we're doing this slide. We just place our finger on fret 1 and immediately slide to fret 2. Like that. Okay, so you don't really hear this note. Okay. So it's fret 2 there on the D string, open D, 3 on the A, and then we've got this phrase. So it's open A, open E, 3rd fret on the E, and then to open A again. Now when you're crossing over those strings, when you're going from the A to the open E, if you don't do any muting, you'll get this. So you can hear both strings are ringing together. Okay, now it doesn't sound that great having that open A ringing over the top of the other strings. Okay, it sounds a bit messy, doesn't it? It sounds much clearer if you do this. Okay, so what I did there is, as I pluck the open E, after I've plucked the first note, when I go to the open E, I'm actually just touching the open A string. Now you could do that with this hand, or you can do it with your right hand down here, but try to stop that open A string from ringing out and it'll be much clearer sounding. Okay, then we're back to our bluesy riff again. Back to the slides. Okay, so just have a look at the tab for the notes for this. And then on the next line, it's that bluesy riff again, but we've moved it down into A now, so it sounds like this. Okay, back to some more slides. So I'll just run through that bit there. So that was sliding up on the second fret on the D string again. Open D, A3, then this part is, so that's open D, A3, D2, back to A3 again. Okay, and again, back to our bluesy riff again. And then the third time through here, we've got this phrase. So for this could be quite tricky if you don't get your fingering quite right for this. So I'd probably recommend when you're crossing over the strings like this, from one string to the other, and you're playing on the same fret, what you don't want to do is hop. So try not to hop with one finger like this. You either want to use two fingers to cross, like this, or you could use one finger and do a roll like this. Okay, either one, but either one will work, but try not to hop because it will kind of, I guess it will impact the flow when you get it up to speed. Okay. Okay, so once you've done the 2-2, then we've got this. So you'll notice on the tab there's a little sort of arc going across this. Now this basically means legato, which is basically means smooth, and we're going to be playing this using hammer-ons and pull-offs. So you pluck the open D string, you slam your finger down on fret 1 on the D string. Okay, now you'll have to slam it down really hard for this to get that to sound out. And then you pull off, so that's basically pinging the string like this. Okay, so you'll notice I didn't pluck with this hand. So we go open D, hammer on to 1, and then pinging the string to the open D string like that. So have a little practice at that technique. Might take a little while to get used to if you've not done any hammer-ons and pull-offs before. If you're hammering on and you're not really hearing the note come out, if it's a bit kind of like this, okay, if it's not very strong sounding when you hammer on, just try to hammer on as hard as you can. You could even practice doing it without picking the note first, and just slamming your finger down on the string to try and get that note to come out. Okay, so you'll know when you're doing a good strong hammer on, when you can sound the note without even picking it. Okay, so just practice doing that a little bit until you get the hang of it. Okay, and then it's 3 open on the A string after that. So I'll just play through that little section again. Okay, so we've got from the start of section A, starting from the riff just before it. So we've got. Okay, timing for the next bit, we've got, well, we're going to hang on to this note for 2 beats, and then there's a rest. So we're going to have 1, 2, rest, and then straight into this. So this is 3 open on the E string, rest, and then straight into this. So it's 2nd fret on the D, 1, 2, rest. Okay, so I'll maybe play that part through again, starting from here. We're going to have 1, 2, 3, rest, 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 and then okay, so we're back to more slides there. So sliding up to 2 on the G string, open G, same thing on the D, and then 3 open on the A, 3 open on the E. Okay, and then that leads us into the next section. So I've not done the last 4 notes there of section A because technically that kind of leads into section B. I'll show you what I mean. So it'll be, okay, so those 4 notes lead you into section B. Okay, so section B, this is quite straightforward really. The only tricky bit is just getting your timing right. So I would probably recommend, you could even write this on your music, you could separate all those open strings into groups of 4, just with putting a little line between it, just to help you read it from the music a little clearer. If you look in the music above, the actual standard notation, it's already divided up into groups of 4, which makes it easier to read. So you could also do that in the tab as well, just by placing a line across it. And it'll just help you read it in groups of 4 like that. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So, oh, I'll play that bit again. That wasn't quite right. So leading into that, we're going to have so from the start of section B, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So yeah, if you count the second bar in section B there, if you count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and then that leads you back into your little riff there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Back to the 8th notes. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're climbing up here. So open A, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'll just play that again with the counting from the start of section B. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and just on the beat with these. Okay, and then we're doing a similar thing here, so just on the bottom line. So this is on the 5th fret on the A string. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the last bar there, this is it splits up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's frets 5 on the A string, down to 2, 3, and then 4. That's all on the E. So okay, and that takes you on to page 2. I'll bring that up just now. Okay, so page 2. This is so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Oops, so 1, 2. Okay, so you can just count your way through this as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, next bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this part here, with the slides there, you may as well just play this in the same position we played these notes before, which was here. Here it's the same. But it'll be easier to play down here. So this is with a slide. Instead of it sliding to 7 and then going to 5 on the D string, we're going to play sliding to 2 on the G and then playing the open G. Same thing on the D. Okay, we've already done that earlier on the Dream, so it should be easy enough by now. And then that's 3 open, 3 open down here. And then this leads you into section C, which is kind of like the bass solo in this song. Okay, so I'm just going to play through section B again. This time I'll play it through really slowly and count my way through it. But it'll probably be good practice if you're a little unsure of how to play this. Be good practice to try and play it along with me in the video here. Okay, so we're going to take it from the phrase that leads you in to section B, so this part here. Okay, so we're going to go into that after 3. Here we go. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Climbing up. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that was section B. I hope that makes it a little bit easier to figure out. Now then, into section C. So I'll play this through first of all. Basically, what they want you to do in this is continue the riff that's in bar 1 of section C. So that's this. And they want you to continue playing that, following the chord changes written above the music. So we're going to have A for 4 bars. If you have a look at this on your sheet, you've got A for 4 bars, D for 2, A again for another 2, E for 1 bar, D for 1 bar, A for 1 bar, and then E for 1 bar at the end. Okay. So basically we just need to know how to play this in the different places, okay? So obviously with A, it's written out for us already, so we're going to play this 4 times because it's 4 bars worth, so that's just going to be... Okay, when it changes to D, so we're going to shift this up here. So this is a little bit harder to play just because we're using all fretted notes. So the notes for this, actually, I guess we could play it here like this. That would be even easier. So you're going to start off using the open D string, 7th fret on the G, 5th fret on the G, and then 7th fret on the D. So that was going to sound like this. And obviously you play that twice because there's 2 bars of D. Then we go back to A again. And then in E, we're just shifting what we do in A up onto the next string, so it sounds like this. And that was only for 1 bar. Then we're up to D again. Back to A again. And then for the E, you might not necessarily need to play the riff for this, the whole sort of part. You could just play, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that'll lead you nicely into your next section that's coming there. Okay, so anyway, I'll play through section C for you just really slowly. So see if you can copy this and play along. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we go up to D. Back to A. E. D. A. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we've got a coda on the music here. So the little symbol there means that you actually go back to section A. If you go back to the first page, you'll see that the little coda symbol is next to the letter A there on the first page. So that means we're going back to this part. I'll play through all this part. Rest, and then stop here because you'll see that it says to CODA on the music. So that means we go back to the second page and just play the last 2 bars there. So this is nice and straightforward. It's open A, 3, 2, 1 on the E, open E, and then just 1 open on the A string. Okay, so I'll just play that last little section again. It was just. Okay, so I hope that helps you learn how to play Xaminer Blues 2. And as I say, if just try and use the music as well. If you're unsure how any parts go, you can always rewind this video and listen to the individual sections. Okay, thanks very much, and I'll see you again.